Are you listening?
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Run Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Big Mike, and I am joined, as always, by my brother, Sped Rock. What's going on, Sped Rock?
Hey, it's going. Listen, that crap got me laughing so freaking hard. I couldn't even enjoy the intro. Oh, man. Kicking attitude got me dying.
We are also joined by our newest cast member. Say hello to my iguana, everyone. Inspired by Mr. Iguana. We will get to the name here in a little bit, but we do have a new cast member. They will be in various places on the screen coming up in future episodes, but right now, they will sit on my shoulder so they can see everybody. So there we go. What's going on, man? Doing all right?
Yeah, I just got back from taking my son to the doctors, but we talked about that behind the scenes. Yep. Literally just got back not even an hour ago. That's how crazy this is. Got back just in time. Just in time.
Because you knew the show would suffer without you, so you had to be here because otherwise nobody would watch. I mean, everybody comes to see you.
I'm pretty sure Pennsylvania saw a guy looking like he was driving NASCAR on the way back. All right, on 322. If I blew past you, all right, and waved, that was just me being polite. Okay, I was gone. All right.
As we will check in with some of the people in the audience kicking at it too. Everything's legal in New Jersey. If you want to know what that's all about, go make sure you check in our behind the scenes. Him and TC were both in the behind the scenes with us, along with Lady Alpha. I don't see Lady Alpha's last comment. We will come back to that. But we say hello to people also in our YouTube chat, our normal everyday. What's going on, Herb and Raj from the Herb and Raj podcast?
High tide. Hi, Lady Alpha. Another left turn. Left turn.
You got
damn right.
Carol in the chat, our local Georgia Bulldogs fan. What's going on, Carol? Our wrestling encyclopedia Stampede. How's it going, sir?
That man right there. That man.
And there he is with the new updated logo. And another left turn. There's Lady Alpha. What's going on, Lady Alpha? We appreciate you joining us in the behind the scenes and on the main show. And we appreciate everybody.
Hi,
Kaz checking in. What's going on, Kaz?
What up, Kaz?
Roll Tide.
Hi, Tide.
And there's Carol saying hey to us. I mean, I get it. It's always important to say hey to Herb first because Herb is the star. Herb is the legend, no matter where he's at. He and I actually went to dinner yesterday, and everybody kind of gravitated towards him. It was kind of weird. Like it's like I wasn't even in the room a lot of the times. Herb made sure he looked at me and said hey and all that, but it's kind of weird seeing him get mobbed by a bunch of people while I'm just kind of standing there in the corner going, hey guys, how you doing?
That's me. Hi, I'm Sped. I'm here.
Hi.
But
man, big week in wrestling. A lot of stuff happened over the past week. We got a lot of stuff to go over. So we will talk about it all.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a fun time, guys. Fun times.
Oh, yeah. We will also be joined by a special guest somewhere in the show. The CEO himself of Share Shot Sports to make a huge announcement will join us. We just had some new members join the Chair Shot Sports Media Group, which we are proud members of. Kicking Out at 2 podcast just joined. Ultimate One, who you've seen on the show a few times, is also now part of the Chair Shot Media Group. So more things coming.
He is
also. We will get to that here in a minute. Thanks for spoiling the Money in the Bank that we're going to talk about. I appreciate that.
Son of a on Saturday.
So good job. Appreciate you.
Hey,
no reason to watch anymore. Except for Sped.
Here. I'm still getting used to this new layout over here.
Like, so Mike, did you watch Hamilton recently for some reason? Because that's like the third Hamilton quote you've put out there. Oh, sorry. Wrong one.
That thing's emoting over here. Yeah.
We've already gone off the rails. It's so great. It's going to be a fun show.
Hey.
We're already all over the place. But we will go all the way back to Saturday. Listen to it all day. I'd love that soundtrack. Hamilton's It's weird to say it's my favorite musical because it's really one of the only ones I really like. So yeah, I guess we're there.
Mamma Mia. I like Mamma Mia. I ain't even gonna lie.
All right, there you go. Here we go again.
Oh, but it feels like the behind the scenes still. Yeah,
It does.
yeah.
We're talking a lot. Everybody is going to say, I thought this was a wrestling show. Why are they talking about a musical?
Yeah, what the hell is this?
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, it happens, man.
But we will rewind all the way back to Saturday morning, where a lot of people in the US, a lot of people in the WWE network and in the WWE universe was introduced to AAA Lucha Libre in Worlds Collide. Incredible show, in my opinion. Sped, I'll let you give yours as well. But I mean, just an incredible show overall. A lot of cool things came from that show, including, as you see on my shoulder, our iguana, which we will get a name to here in just a moment. Yeah, definitely a lot of cool stuff. I've introduced a lot of new characters and a lot of new wrestlers. A lot of incredible performers. But what did you think of Worlds Collide as the show overall?
Oh, I loved it. I loved every second of it. Actually, it impressed my wife enough to get her hooked into it. When she came back and she was like, who the hell is this iguana guy? Right. And I showed her who he was and stuff before Money in the Bank. She was hooked instantly with him. And then she said the same thing about
that would never happen. Sped would kick my ass.
That's probably true. I'm sorry. Just 6 years of army training.
I mean, I said it. You don't have to apologize when I'm the one that said it.
But yeah. So she got hooked real quick, but she liked.
He does. So no, I'm sorry, not to interrupt you. You do kind of look like, because you have a black shirt and then the black background. It kind of looks like you're just like a floating head. Sometimes it's kind of cool.
I love it. That's why I put the red on so you can make sure you can see me. All right, but she liked the
Worlds Collide. Okay.
It wasn't Psycho Clown. What was the other guy's name? Face paint. Not psychosis.
So in that one you had Dr. Wagner, Pentagon.
No. That was the Psycho Clown. And the other two guys, I can't think of their names. I like Psycho Clown. She liked the other guy, the one that was face painted up. I can't think of his name right now. But she really enjoyed it. But her favorite match of the night, and a lot of people still aren't talking about it, was Gable versus Vikino. And when we get to that, I'll give my opinion on that. But she loved that match. She was like, wow, what is this? I was like, that is called technical wrestling mixed in with Lucha Libre. Yeah. And it was gold. Pagano, that's his name. Thank you. God.
Thank you, Stampede.
Thank you.
That's why he's our encyclopedia.
But she became a fan of him over the weekend. And she was like, I want to see more of him. You know, I was like, all right, we'll start watching AAA together.
Yeah. But going from the match that not a lot of people talked about, which I actually saw a lot of people talking about it, about how incredible it was, but to the one character in the entire show that has caught the world by storm. Their WWE still making posts about Mr. Iguana. We did have that opening tag match, that 6-man tag match. What did you think about the opening tag match? Sorry.
I loved it. Can we talk about how LWO actually showed up for once and went off? You know, was it Cruz del Toro, right? That's what he went nuts for a second. Dragon Lee looked really good, and everybody in here looked great. What's up, Odin? But like Mr.
Screwed Lindsay Dorado.
But first off, let's talk about Octagon Jr. Getting my boy Dom's face at the end of the match. That wasn't cool.
What's going on, Isaiah?
All right. What's going on, Isaiah? But Dom did show up and show out and that stuff. But Iguana, man, he's going places. I don't care what anyone says. He may be a jobber comedy act or whatever. That dude's gonna win a title. They'll make up a title for him or so. I don't know, but this dude's going places.
Look, I just want to see the AAA and TNA crossover, and I want to see the Iguana versus the Cobra. It would be the most entertaining match in the world.
Odin, come here. Do not potty.
But
back
since
there.
we are talking about it, I did put out a video the other day when we got our new cast member, our iguana, to Mr. Iguana to help us name him or her. And we did get a response. Thank you for Michael at Kicking at It too, for the amazing gift. Reached out through Cameo and got Mr. Iguana to send us this video. And for those who haven't seen us, who don't follow me on X, or we're Kicking at It too on X, here's Mr. Iguana letting us know the new name of our newest and greenest cast member at the run-in.
Hey, Big Mike and Sped. This is Mr. Iguana and Ayeska. You have adopted an iguana for your show, right? You shouldn't call it Ayeska. How do you call it? You should call it Juana. Juana la iguana, marihuana. Póngase verde.
Yes, and there is Mr. Iguana, and to introduce the newest member of the run-in, Juana the Iguana.
I'm gonna have the Phoenix eat it.
Oh, really?
I'm playing.
She hasn't been on the show. Like, she's been 11 minutes and 13 seconds. She's officially been on the show.
Look at the eyes. Look how pissed it is already.
You're already killing my iguana.
Look how pissed the eyes are already.
You're killing me. He's always like that. I don't think he's pissed. I just think he's like nearsighted and he can't see really far away, so he squints a lot.
I don't think you can see at all.
Yeah, so that was a cameo provided to us by Michael and Tori at Kicking at It too. A very gracious gift.
Thank you.
So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Big time.
It honestly it chokes me up. For anybody that knows me knows I don't take a lot of stuff like given to us very well. So it's really hard to come up with it. Yes, resting Phoenix face, and that really tells the difference. You see how angry and how serious the iguana look or the Phoenix looks, but yet Juana always has a smile on her face. She's always laughing and smiling. So that's why Juana's better. Just saying.
Juana.
You're actually becoming like a zoo.
We are.
Because you've got the Phoenix. I now have the iguana. We have the murder penguin, which we'll see here in a little bit. So I mean, we're just like it's like we bought a zoo.
Yeah, well, we bought a zoo. Damn it.
It was a great match. It was a great introduction to what AAA is. Obviously you had the comedy aspect of it from Mr. Iguana, who can also really go in the ring. Yep. He had a lot of moves and stuff that he got to showcase, and then obviously made us laugh. The whole thing where he gets hit and he's like got his arms and legs up in the air like he's frozen. Like, I mean, it's hilarious. Like you said, you had Octagon Jr. who showed out, Aerostar as well on that team.
LWO
people who slept on Lince Dorado after he left the company got to see him again, because I don't know that I've seen Lince Dorado in a while.
Yes.
So I just it was incredible all around, and we'll get to a little bit more of it here in a little bit. And I've said it on a post show for Worlds Collide that I was on. As long as WWE keeps their AAA like this, I'm all for this ownership.
Oh yeah.
As long as WWE can stay out of it and stay in it enough to where they're providing technical expertise, production, behind the scenes stuff like that, and they let the wrestling stay AAA, I'm all for it. 100% behind it. I think it's going to be incredible.
Hey, so Mike from Kicking At It too.
About Mike?
The iguana attacked Liv though. That Liv.
So no. The iguana didn't attack Liv. The iguana was trying to keep Liv back from the situation. The iguana,
exactly.
Yeska was trying to protect Liv because Yeska didn't want Liv getting too close to all the action and accidentally getting hit. So it's very misunderstood.
Listen, I like the fact that the iguana, all right, she can pin anyone in that.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Lightning's popping. That's what I'm talking about.
Stay safe over there. Randy from the How About Them Damn Dogs podcast, airing on Tuesday nights over on his channel. Thank you for coming in, sir. Everything is going well with you guys.
I do like how that happened, though. Like, in AAA, you can pin your opponent with the damn iguana because dude kicked out. He kicked right.
I mean, the whole presentation of that was just entertaining. And I've seen people What irritates me so much is the people online that I've seen going, "Whoa, you had such an incredible weekend of wrestling," and yet all the WWE fans will talk about the iguana. That just shows how much wrestling they really like. And I'm like, really, dude? It's part of wrestling.
Yeah, but the thing is like
Sometimes funny shit's part of wrestling.
a lot of these guys, they didn't get noticed. Yeah, they got noticed. I'm sorry, they got noticed on X. If you look at where they started before Worlds Collide to now, a lot. Mr. Iguana, for instance, he started off with like 50, 60,000 fans. He's over 200,000 now.
Yep.
You know, and it was like that. Okay, and people are noticing this guy because he stood out. All right, what's going on?
What's going on, Reginald?
He stood out over everyone else. Look, Vikino did great. Octagon Jr. showed out, like you said. We had we're gonna keep going. The two females, the tag team match, they held their own, and they're older than
Elise and Chick Tormenta.
Thank you. Thank you. I can't think of these names right now.
I have them written down. That's why I was.
I did. I have them written down, but you told me stop looking at my phone all the time. So I got to write it on a piece of paper.
I love how you put that. Like I've said, don't do that.
Buffet, some great cookies and cream. I want an ice cream selection. But either way,
squirrel.
It is a squirrel. But I just like how these guys got the platform now. They deserve it, you know. And look, we need La Barca to show up soon. La Barca needs to show up. All right. I need to hear Thriller. I need to see the dance, the choreograph, and I need to see that WrestleMania. Okay. Because we need huge. It needs to be huge for La Barca. All right. It's the third iteration of La Barca. The last one I saw was live in WCW. I want to see this man. Let me see him. Everybody's like, whoa, Sped, slow it down. What's going on?
Yeah, Michael actually talked about it on his show. It's weird seeing the new La Parca because he's like ripped and jacked and in shape, and we're used to seeing the La Parca from WCW.
Yep.
Who wasn't in the best shape, really?
No. La Parca,
but it was still incredible.
Back in the day. La Parca back in the day, man, he could hold his own in that ring. But this one here, man, he is quick. Holy crap, and agile. But yeah, we gotta keep going.
You're good. And there's the match you were talking about. Stephanie Vacour and Lola Vice get the win over Chick Tormenta and Dalise in a really great match. Really showcased all four women. Really a coming out party for Lola Vice, though, who really showed that she could hold her on a larger stage, especially with a different feel from what she's used to in NXT. But really great match from all four women. Like I said, Stephanie Vacour and Lola Vice pick up the win. What'd you think of this one?
Oh, I love this match. Just like, and I don't know why everybody hated on Konad as a commentator. I love Konad as a commentator. He was giving great analysis into the Latino culture that a lot of us didn't know about. You know, I didn't know that.
So, that's partly because people are so used to what we get. And to be fair, even the triple, like I've tried to watch a AAA broadcast, and the announcers they have on there go crazy.
Yeah.
The announcers we have on here, we're used to Michael Cole screaming and Pat McAfee and the King and JR and all these other announcers screaming. Because Conan gave something different, Conan was there to weave the story of what AAA has been. And he did that perfectly.
And I thought he did amazing. I said, there's a lot of people that didn't know about this Latino culture. You know, the Lucha Libre, like what's going on. And now people, 1994, they kept saying it was the last time they did it. And who held it? WCW. Okay. And a lot of people don't realize that. Oh, that's right. They were talking about
Triple Mania on.
I forgot about. They were talking about that all over the show. Like,
so here's my question though. The last I heard, there was really nowhere you can watch it in the US. Has that changed, Stampede? Have they announced anything else? Because I haven't seen anything. Last I heard is it's not available in the US hardly anywhere.
Well, I heard that WWE's trying to get it on Peacock for this. Because it's
if nothing else, they need to have it on their YouTube like they did with Worlds Collide. I don't know why they couldn't do that.
That's probably what they're gonna do, but they're trying to get it on like their what they're on Tubi or not? Was it? Tubi and stuff like that.
I don't know that you can have Puma from Lucha Underground. I think he's busy. But yeah, Conan was definitely there to educate. An incredible job, weaved an
Oh,
incredible
I thought
story.
he did a great job. I loved it. And like I did not know that one of
Exactly.
the one
That's what we're
female
used to.
I didn't know that the
We're-
one no yeet. I didn't know the one female in here was Stephanie Vacour's mentor, the teacher.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
and when he's like, "Oh, the student beat the teacher," I was like, "No freaking way!" Like, where did I miss that from?
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Stampede.
Wait, stream it from okay, yeah, definitely.
TNA X Division 4A.
Yo, that's gonna be nice.
Oh, that is going to be awesome.
That's gonna be nice. El Hilo, Dr. Wagner Jr. Okay.
There's Dr. Wagner Jr. is in a match we're going to talk about here in a minute, too.
Yeah. No, that's what I was looking at. But yeah, no, I love this match. It was a great match. I think you could bring these two ladies into the WWE itself and put them in the female tag team division. And those
but
two,
I don't want them bringing a ton of people.
no.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
I don't want them raiding AAA.
No, you can keep them going back and forth. You have the female tag team titles going back to AAA, NXT, and everything else. You can do that.
I mean, that's like as much as I would love to see Mr. Iguana on weekly WWTV. I don't want AAA to lose him because obviously that's where and obviously WWE gives him a much larger platform, a much larger audience, and all that. But I don't necessarily want AAA to lose all their talent in this deal, and then they become a shell of themselves.
Yeah, Well, one thing I'm looking at it as, I think they look at TNA and AAA and whatnot as a farm division. You get what I'm saying? Like we'll put it in baseball terms, farm division, where it's their AA or their AAA. TNA or AAA is single A, TNA is AA, NXT
I got
is
you.
AAA. And that's which is nuts. That's the way I see them looking at it. But yeah,
and I'm perfectly fine with that, Michael. If like Liv Morgan and Raquel want to go to AAA at one point and take those tag titles down there, because it would give AAA more exposure. And yes, if you want to have them up there for a one-off episode or something like that, I just don't want them to raid the entire roster and then AAA is looking for something else. That's all.
Yeah, no, I get that.
As long as there's a happy medium where we can see a lot of these people on TV, and still have them in their promotion.
If they bring back that hardcore title, like there's rumors going around about it, I want to see Psycho Clown get that damn thing. That dude's freaking nuts. I don't know if they're going to
bring that back. I don't know if they're bringing back the hardcore title. All right, moving on to the next match. It is Legado del Fantasma versus Hijo de Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown. And this is one I didn't call. I thought the AAA would take the win here, but we got an entirely different version of Legado, and they come out with the win.
Yes.
What'd you think of the match?
I love this match. Look, Legado del Fantasma does not need to add another title. I'm saying that they bring back that hardcore title just for that Psycho Clown guy right there. That dude's freaking nuts. All right. I like Pagano guy. Like I said, my wife loves the dude. She thinks he's amazing. I was impressed by Psycho Clown. I really was. That guy,
there wasn't a wrestler from AAA that I wasn't impressed with.
Oh yeah,
I know. I have my favorite.
Yes, and that was Psycho Clown for me.
But there wasn't a wrestler on that entire show that didn't that I didn't come out of this thing. Man,
exactly.
These
but
guys
I already knew Octagon Jr. from his TNA days.
Well, same with Vikingo. And that's why I didn't talk about Vikingo a lot, because I said it before the show last week, or on our show last week, that I had already seen him some.
Yes.
So I was less surprised, I guess is probably the best way to say it, when I saw Vikingo. And that's why Mr. Iguana has come out of nowhere and become such a sensation, because it was surprising.
Yeah.
There is a factor of shock value in there to become that big that quickly, because we've seen Vikingo do incredible things.
Yeah.
So when he does incredible things on this show, well, yeah, that's incredible, but we've seen it.
Yes.
Nobody had seen Mr. Iguana in the US. Nobody, I say nobody, or in outside of Mexico, really, and Stampede. who I'm sure has a full catalog of his matches. We
He
love you,
does
Stampede.
now. Because I'm
Never
pretty sure
change.
he said, I think I seen him tweet it out saying, this is the first time I've seen a bunch of people. It was nice. Yes, it was
No,
nice
it
to
was. He
see
did say that.
Santos,
All jokes
to
aside.
win this match. But I like what Legado del Fantasma did in this match. They look great. The other guys, Pagano, Psycho Clown, those two guys really impressed me. But like you said, it was kind of a shock to see Legado del Fantasma win this match. I thought AAA was going to take almost a clean sweep. The only one I really thought they had a chance on, didn't have a chance on, was the Stephanie Vacour match. And you're right, Lola Vice did show out in that too. It was a little coming out party for my girl. But I'm a big Lola fan. I already told my wife too. It's like, that is who I leave you for. All right.
I guess it's good to be upfront and honest about that.
Hey,
Sure.
listen. Hey, look, it's either her or Fallon Henley. All right.
Which we'll get to in a little bit, I'm sure.
I know. We will.
Moving on to the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT North American Champion. It was Ethan Page, Javon Evans, Laredo Kid, and Ray Phoenix. You see it on there. An incredible match by all four. But Ethan Page, all ego. Well, I can't do it with that hand anymore. Gets the win, keeps the belt. And again, in an incredible match by all four of these competitors. What did you think about this, Ben?
Loved it, man. You got Laredo Kid in the ring with that boy is bouncy Javon Evans. All right. You got Ray freaking Phoenix and then Mr. Opportunist, all ego Ethan Page. All right. This was a freaking awesome match from top to bottom. I thought at one point, didn't Evans go? Evans and who else went over the announce table? I thought Evans was hurt for sure when he went over that. When he jumped, I think it was when he jumped and hit Ego, and he landed over the announce table. That was like, holy crap! But he also tried doing like a coast to coast, front flip coast to coast. He barely missed. Look, I don't care that he missed. He tried. And he almost succeeded.
I mean, he got a small piece of it, so it made it a little bit better. He didn't hit it
far. He didn't want to go too far, though. If he would have,
well, I don't think he could go any further.
What? No, he could have went a little bit further. But if he went any further, I think he would have busted his ACL off that damn rope real easy. Yeah. But this was a great match. Laredo Kid is that one guy that needs to go to NXT. I know what you said. Don't gut it. Don't gut it. I get it. Bring this kid up. All right, bring the kid up. This kid has a future.
I could have sworn, again, Michael or Stampede, correct me if I'm wrong. Has he not already signed with TNA though, Laredo Kid?
Oh,
I know I saw somebody put that on X the other day, I hadn't had a chance to verify it. So, guys, if you'll let me know, Stampede or Michael, if he hasn't already signed something with TNA, or maybe that was, I think that's who they were talking about on this show that was already looking at going there. So. That may be one of the ones that's an exception where he's already on his way out somewhere else too. So
hey, well, that's all good in the hood, but yeah.
Oh, he's in a faction in TNA. Not sure if he signed. Okay, so maybe that makes sense. Maybe he's just been on TNA, like you were talking about.
But either way, man, this kid's got a freaking future in wrestling. I like him. But hey, look,
Laredo Kid is signed with TNA, so they have full access to him already. Thank you, Stampede
nice.
And Michael.
Well, that's good, though. That's good.
Yeah. And yes, I agree. Ethan Page is very underrated.
Well, very underrated. He could be on the main roster right now, but he's choosing to chill it. And but no, listen, he's getting help. He's helping the younger generation come in.
Yeah, but I did that at the choosing part. I don't know that he's choosing to. I don't know that they give that choice to a lot of people. I know that we talked about Stephanie Vacour having that choice. I don't know that everybody gets that choice though.
I think this dude's ready to be on the main roster, and if they really want,
I don't disagree with that.
He's one of those guys. We'll get to the whole NXT thing later because I thought that was stupid this week, but okay.
But before we get to NXT, we do talk about the main event of Worlds Collide. Vikingo is victorious over Chad Gable. retains his AAA Mega Championship in, to me, what was the best match all day.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed Money in the Bank. I enjoyed the rest of Worlds Collide, and obviously, Mr. Iguana aside, that was 100% the best match of the day. And shout out to both of those guys, just showing what incredible wrestlers they are, even though Chad Gable doesn't always get to show it with what he's done.
Oh man,
yeah, 100% incredible match. Was so glad that I got to watch it. I think it's really cool that all the luchadors are out there from AAA to, and Javon Evans for some reason,
yeah,
is out there to congratulate Vikingo. So, but yeah, I've said a ton about it. What do you think about the match overall?
I loved it. Like I told my wife, it was a mix of lucha libre with technical wrestling. All right, and you don't get that mix very well. All right, sometimes it's off. Something's off usually. One guy's faster, one guy can't scoop up very well, whatever. But these two were perfect. They were in sync all the way through, right? And he even had a little bit of thought like, oh crap, maybe Gable's gonna do it, and this match, like I said, was technically sound all the way through. You got your lucha in, you got your technical in, and they both just kept feeding off of each other. And I would love to see more of this. Okay, I would love to see more of those two going at it.
Yeah, I would say replace Saturday Night Main Event with Worlds Collide every month.
Yes. Oh, good God, yes, do it. Do it.
Especially as bad as the last couple of Saturday Night Main Events have been. God. I would love for them to pivot off Saturday Night Main Event and do Worlds Collide instead.
Yep. Give
AAA, have that as like a monthly show.
Give Lucha Libre the shot that they deserve.
But what do I know? I'm just a dude on a podcast. So
yeah.
But that is everything for Worlds Collide. Obviously, we both said it's an amazing show. Then we move on later that night to Money in the Bank, where a lot was on the line. Ultimate One from Chokeslam Wrestling Report had his crown on the line. There was a briefcase on the line between myself, Brian, our Sooner fan, Michael, and Mike Norton from the Mod Squad. I mean, just a ton going on. Thank you, Randy. Don't discount those dudes on a podcast. That's very true.
That is true.
If done right, people on a podcast can have a great influence.
If done right, you can get Ron Killings back.
I don't know that you were robbed. You did lose. We will get to the winner here in a minute. I'm trying not to spoil that. Like Sped has already spoiled who won the crown.
Behind the scenes.
No. You did it on the main show, but that's okay.
Oh, my bad.
But we will go match by match.
It would be on this side. I see. I didn't want to talk about that. Yeah, there we go.
So first matchup, we are talking about the Intercontinental title. It was Octagon Jr. and Dom Mysterio, which was set up at Worlds Collide. Octagon Jr. obviously a student of Rey Mysterio. He considers Rey Mysterio as one of his mentors, which Dom Mysterio obviously takes offense to because Rey Mysterio is his deadbeat dad. So generally they got into the argument at Worlds Collide, which led to an Intercontinental match. Octagon Jr., Dom Mysterio up there in Money in the Bank. Dominic Mysterio wins with a little bit of a distraction from Liv. So, yeah, definitely a good match. Tori asking the question, I'm not sure if it was Tom or Nick. I think Tom and Nick got released with R-Truth, and I don't think they brought Tom or Nick back. I think they're still... maybe we can check some of the indies, maybe check on Cage Match to see where their next matches are. So I'm not sure where Tom or Nick are, but I don't think we see them anymore in WWE, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No, I mean, this was a great match.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. This is one of those matches. Once he got into the scrap and everybody was like, whoa, what's going on here? I was like, damn, Dom's pissed. I like it. Okay. But okay, we were talking about how he needs to stop doing the 619, right? Him and Selena.
I don't think I've ever said he needed to stop doing this.
He wasn't
I've said
snappy
Zelina
with it.
needs to stop doing the 619.
We were saying he wasn't snappy with it at
No,
first.
don't.
I've
What's
said
this
that.
shit?
I
I've
have
never said
that. I have said that. He wasn't snappy with that at first, but he was quick, fast, in a hurry with this one. I like this match. Octagon Jr., yeah, he just
good.
had a match. He had a match before. I like how Dom was like, you know what? I'll see you at Money in the Bank, and I'll put this on the line. This was a great match. Really, 5 minutes. Oh, but dude, no, it really showed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it wasn't anything special. I mean, it was a really good match for 5 minutes.
It showed Dom out. Dom showed out in this match. He looked really good in this match. Yeah, and then he came out the next day or on Monday and whatever.
Well, I guess we'll figure out that one here soon. Next up, Naomi is your new women's Money in the Bank champion. A ton happened in that women's ladder match. A lot of moving parts. A lot of great spots. I really enjoyed the match. While I didn't pick Naomi to win, I do think that was a really great decision. I'm excited to see what she does starting tomorrow night on SmackDown with that briefcase. I'm interested to see if they've got caution tape wrapped around it or how they decorate it like they've done every year. But yeah, I mean, 100% the right decision to have her continue her story there, and it puts every champion in jeopardy. You know, there's a lot of people that we've talked about that won it, including myself when I said that I thought Roxanne would win it. That really only puts one champion at jeopardy. Naomi's one of those wild cards where you don't know what the hell she's going to do. She could easily go after Tiffany. She could go after Io. She may go down and go after JC Jane at this point with everything else going on there. Nobody knows. But yeah, I'm glad she won. Incredible match. What'd you think?
Oh, I loved it. I picked Roxanne as well. But the double code reds or double whatever sunset flips.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Onto the ladders. That was pretty cool. Right,
100%. So we're long overdue.
Yeah, it is very long overdue. And I've been saying I didn't think they were going to pull the trigger on this one. I'm not even going to lie. After everything they've been doing, blah, 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 all the bull crap that's been going on, I really didn't think they were going to pull the trigger. But
yeah, I saw that post on X. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But she deserves it. I've been saying it for a while. This is the TNA side that a lot of people wanted to see in WWE. All right. Yep. To proceed with caution is just Trinity, or was it Trinity when she was in TNA? I can't remember. Trinity.
Trinity is her name. I don't know if I can't remember
what her name was. But when she was over in TNA, this is just that on steroids. And a lot of people are now seeing what's going on. And she's doing great with it. And Jade needs to back off. Cargill, she needs to back off. Do not ruin this. Do not ruin this, Jade. Don't do it.
So, again, Stampede, Michael, Tori, anybody in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the first time that we've really shown a video like that of what people have in the briefcase like that? I don't remember anybody else doing anything like that.
I think
again, I could be wrong.
They accidentally showed it live on TV once, but I don't think they did that. Yeah, okay, cool.
Isaiah said she was Trinity in TNA.
Thank you.
I don't remember anybody else, and Tori believes it too. I don't believe I've seen anybody else have a showcase video of things that they're carrying around in the briefcase, because it's always just a contract in there. I know we've had people like it's busted open or something like that as an accident, but like it's showing an actual video of what they carry in there, and what's really kind of cool. Okay, he did say he had food in there. That's very on brand.
That's right. Yeah, he did have food. But he had a lunchbox, I thought. Like a little lunchbox. A little pale lunch, because he lost that a briefcase pretty quick. They did not let him have that for too long.
Because they don't like fat guys. Arr.
I mean, they like Vader.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's a good point.
And Bam Bam Bigelow. That was WCW that liked Bigelow.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know that Jade cost her a cash in.
Don't do it. Don't. Please don't. Please.
I mean, it would be interesting because obviously the women's Money in the Bank briefcase is 100%.
Keep it
right now.
Keep it. Do not do this.
They've never lost it.
do it to, and I look, I know I'm about to catch some fire, but but you know how, okay, so I'm going to catch some fire on this. Do not ruin it.
Okay, there you go.
All right,
So
do
he
not
swapped
ruin
it out. He put the contract in the lunchbox. I do remember that now.
Okay,
I got you.
Yeah, I do remember that. I would be pissed. Don't do it.
Seth may have a nice halter tie. He may have a few of them.
You know what? You know what's funny? I hope they recreate the slime incident with that briefcase of Seth from Dean Ambrose days. You know how when Dean Ambrose stole his briefcase and he's like, "Yeah, you can have it back," and he took it back and he opened it up and it was just slime all over his face. Yeah.
We appreciate that, Lady Alpha. Us squishy guys need some love sometimes. We appreciate the compliment.
I wish I could do the truffle shuffle, but I can't.
Yeah, some of us do the truffle shuffle without even trying. It's just called walking.
Right?
Next up, it was Lyra Valkyria defending her title against Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch does get the win. Cheating a little bit to win, some may say, allegedly cheating to win. So you say, apparently there hasn't been a camera angle that caught that perfectly yet. Yeah, Becky Lynch wins. Lyra Valkyria raises her hand aggressively, I might add, and then ends up German suplexing her after all Becky wanted to do was to have her put the belt around her waist because she pulled her shoulder. I mean, she explained all this on Monday. Lyra pulled her shoulder when she raised her hand so aggressively, and she couldn't put the belt around herself, so she asked Lyra to do that. And then Lyra, all butthurt and upset, goes, "No, I'm gonna German suplex you instead." So, whatever. Becky won the title. Lyra's a sore loser. What do you think of the match?
All right, I'm gonna have to go all BBC on this one. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls.
Okay. Sorry, I thought that was going to a whole different direction. I'm glad it didn't.
Becky lied. She lied. All right. She only needed her hand raised. And then brush my teeth. I fucking love it. All right. Now, Becky's a punk. I love her, but she's a punk for this. Right? Lyra did everything that she asked, and then she kept asking for more and more and more. All right.
She can't help that her shoulder was hurt.
It wasn't her fault. Look, Lyra went in with probably like 3 broken shoulders, a broken nose, and maybe a broken toe in this match. All right. I don't know. But either way, she cheated to win. Lyra had every right to beat her ass at the end. And I can't wait to see Bayley beat up Becky.
I don't remember Bayley being on Money in the Bank.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sasha Banks. I mean, Mercedes Moné.
Anyway, moving on to the main event. So we did mention it earlier. Seth Rollins is your Money in the Bank winner. Another really good match. A lot going on in this match. You do have Seth Rollins goons coming out. You do have Jacob and JC coming out.
Jeff Cobb.
And then and then the moment we were all expecting, we were all hoping for, we were all dreaming of.
Penta?
Thank you, Tori. I appreciate you correcting that. I knew that I was more making fun of Sped because he's spoiling Monday Night Raw when we're talking Money in the Bank. But
I ran it too fast.
Jacob Fatu comes in and cleans house, sets up the ladder for Solo to go up and get the briefcase. But then he gets about 3/4 of the way up, and then Jacob says, "No, I hate you." Pulls him down off the ladder and takes him out. So that spot specifically, I know it popped me. I was excited because I've been waiting to see it. What were your thoughts on that part of the match? Then we'll get to the rest of the match.
I liked it. I was waiting to see who was going to turn on who. We all thought it was going to be Solo that turns on Jacob. But, hey, I don't care what anyone says. I like what this happened. You know, Jacob Fatu turning on Solo doesn't necessarily make him heel. Okay, it does not necessarily make him heel.
Well, no, because if we learned if you turn your back on a heel, it obviously makes you a face.
Exactly, but we
only like betrayal when you betray the guys we like.
I would never call Jeff Cobb his WWE name. All right, it's Jeff Cobb. right?
Well, some of us have to remain professional.
I will not do it.
As I sit here with iguana on my shoulder.
Exactly. I love it. But that Mexican destroyer right there, man, or the Canadian destroyer, that was really, it was really solid. That was actually really cool.
Take that one.
That's funny. But no, the whole match from top to bottom was great.
Jeff Cobb's cousin. Hey, that's who that is.
Hey, oh my God. I got Stampede real fast. Did you see Jeff Cobb's post that he just posted up on X like a few hours ago about how he was doing a photo shoot? And he goes, "Yes, I farted. That's probably what the steam is coming up for." I was dying when he said that.
Yeah, funny. What's going on, Nate? Welcome in.
What's good, brother? But no, I like this match. It was a great match. I like the fact that he didn't say "I hate you" solo, you know, because now he's like, I'm not gonna play into that damn game, you know. Yeah. I like that.
I mean, he still alluded to it, so it was really good.
Well, I mean, I hate you, and then the crowd says solo. That's all you needed. Yeah.
But so I'm shout out to Solo Sikoa though, because that dude. Because up until this point, we thought we had lost our truth, and we didn't think we had any more comedy characters. We had lost Carlito, and we didn't think we had any more really funny characters. And then in comes Solo flipping Sikoa, being the funniest guy on TV.
Dude, as soon as he did the freaking shimmy with those legs, dude, I was hooked. When he was on it was a couple like 2 weeks ago. When he was on SmackDown and he was just doing the shimmy during the match. Like, what are you doing? Mid-match shimmy. I was like, come on, this is hilarious. But him mocking everybody's taunt, you know, he was like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was hilarious.
What was
no, Stampede didn't see that post.
Oh, my God. Go look at his stuff. That crap makes me laugh. He's funny. Jeff Cobb, I will not call him that. Jeff Cobb is hilarious.
Thank you, Nate. Her name is Juana the Iguana.
Marijuana.
I'm going to leave that part off. You're more than welcome to say it.
Just Juana. Love it. All right, but yeah. That was a good match. I liked it.
Appreciate it coming in. Yeah, I mean, it was a great match.
Let's talk about how Omos had put on a damn good show in that mask. How can he see or breathe? All right, you barely see his nose. All right, and he's got like this much of his mouth covered. All right, yeah. Like dude went nuts.
I mean, the whole like mousetrap contraption that he put together to run up outside the ring, then jumped on the other ladder to lean over to the other ladder, and then ran up there. I thought when he did that and he had the metal part in his mask, I thought that was going to be the victory sequence. They swerved me right there. I was like, oh crap, he's about to do it. He's going to run up there, run his little mousetrap maze thing, and then hit him with the mask and grab the briefcase. That would have been incredible.
I'm glad you said something, because I put that picture. I had to go and watch the video of it and then pause it, snip it real quick, and that way we can get the picture.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Solo would be great in the mid-card role. Solo as U.S. champion would be amazing.
So did you see Omos, or did he have the mask on or no?
Yeah, did he have the mask on? You got to get pictures, man.
I'm looking for Bigfoot. Well, if you're looking for Hikuleo, you may not have to look much further.
Yeah, you might not.
If the rumors are true, he's going to be at SmackDown tomorrow night. But that's if you believe the rumors.
He'll be on Raw on Monday night.
Well, he's supposed to be backstage tomorrow.
Excuse me.
According to the rumor I saw.
No, I saw that rumor too. I'm just going to throw my own rumor out there. Raw.
Sometimes it's not good to do that. I almost did that yesterday.
No, I'm just messing around. Everybody knows.
No, not with that. I almost. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's better not to hit send, and I learned that yesterday because I almost sent out a post that would have and I'm not gonna say it would have blown up the internet because I'm not that popular, but it would have. Some people would have seen it, and it would have been a little weird, and it would have been justified. And I'm sitting here talking to John, who we'll have on the show here in a little bit, and I'm like, I should do this. It's gonna get a reaction. I'm gonna get a ton of clicks out of it, and just couldn't do it. So sometimes you just have to look at that and say, no send.
I've done that.
Oh, you did have a stocking cap on there. There you go. You
Did
didn't have a mask.
it say American made?
Uh,
I'm trying to be that guy that gets it right. Oh
But
my god, that'd be funny. They bring in
that
Omos
was the
as
last
seventh
match.
place
That was not the
all-time
last
great.
match. We get to our main event. The tag match
Yeah,
between John Cena and Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. And yeah, and that match was something.
Wasted spot of Cena again, but I like the ending.
Was it?
The ending was
then it
perfect.
wasn't a waste. Then it wasn't a wasted spot.
It's, look, you did not need.
You can't
Cena
have
in
both
a
of those
tag
things
team.
together.
You can't
You
have
can't
Cena
have
in a
those
tag
things
team.
together.
Not this late in the damn game. All right, especially on his retirement tour. Have him do what he needs to do. You could have done this in a one-on-one match and had Truth come back. I mean, one-on-one against, let's say, we'll just throw it out there. He wants to pick and choose his people. Yeah, it would be stupid if you did Tozawa. That'd be way too obvious. Tozawa would get his ass kicked. But no, it's just to me, it's just a wasted spot for him. But until the match, it's certainly something. Until that,
I mean, it wasn't a great match.
That's what I'm saying. It could have been a one-on-one, and you didn't waste it. But I mean,
but it fits his character perfectly.
It does. But I was going to call him R-Truth.
To me, and that's why I'm saying it's not a wasted, because it fits the story. We got the return that we wanted, that everybody wanted.
Yeah. Which now,
him propping up Logan is perfect for his character, because he said from the beginning he wants to ruin wrestling. What better way to ruin wrestling than to get a non-wrestler to win everything he can? So we also teased the match that is going to be his first match when he becomes a face again is against Logan Paul, because what better way to prove you're a babyface again than to go against the most hated person in WWE? So you've teased that already twice now, and some dissension between those two. So now there's a story to build to that. Like I said, even Randy's kids who are just now getting back into wrestling hate on Logan Paul because they've watched YouTube. They're teenagers. So I mean, that's going to be the perfect way when John Cena loses that belt and turns back to the light. What better match to put him in than to go after Logan Paul and automatically get people cheering for him again?
Is that video? And I'm not going to say the stuff out of respect, but the one that almost got him banned from everything. Yeah, what I'm talking about. Is that still up?
No, I'm sure they took it down a long time ago.
Man, that motherfucker should be still paying the repercussions for that. I mean, there's people out there.
I mean, he's banned from the country of Japan for life.
Yeah, that's not enough.
So
you do stupid shit like that, you definitely don't need. But real quick,
anyway,
I know this is not Raw right now, but this is leading into Raw. All right.
Well, let's finish this and then we'll get into Raw.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Hold on. This is the spot right there in the top right. I think that hurt Jey Uso in this match. You notice? Did you notice throughout this match after that he was holding his ribs the whole time?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I think that really hurt him, and that's what factored in on Raw. Oh.
But that was the last match of the night, so we have to announce.
Feelings.
And still, your WWE Crown Champion, Ultimate One from the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. And yes, you see it down there. Brian did win the run-in briefcase. He can now cash in on any title, not just the WWE title. He can cash in on any champion at any time, or for any PLE. We'll put it that way. He can go for your AEW crown. He can come for my NXT.
Yeah.
You can go for the WWE.
I told him
to go for anything.
I told him.
And so here's the twist that I don't think I've told you about yet, that I've informed him on, and I think I've told Ultimate One as well. He does not have to cash it in on a Thursday. He can wait until right before the show starts to cash in his briefcase. Yeah. Much like a regular cash in on the Money in the Bank, we're not going to restrict him. He can go after any title. He can do it up until the time the show starts. As long as he gets me his picks before that, then it's official. Then he will be added to whatever match he chooses.
Told him on a text, and he can tell you. But I told him on a text that he may be the first winner. He's gonna be also the first loser.
I mean, you don't know if he's going to go after you. I would honestly think your crown is probably the safest because he doesn't watch a lot of AEW.
He doesn't watch AEW.
So I don't think you have a problem. It's me and Ultimate One that have to worry.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna come around like.
Have a good night, Tori. I'll be on your show as soon as we're done here.
I gotta learn how to raid, and then I'll do that. I'll send you guys.
But congratulations to those two. Ultimate One will be defending his title later on. And then obviously we'll see Brian when we see him. I have granted, though, again, springing something else on you. I have granted Ultimate One who requested a shot at your AEW crown, and as general manager of the Run-In Wrestling Association, I have granted him a shot at the AEW crown. So he will be a part of our all-in predictions.
I had to
go for the AEW
get my
crown.
one-on-one in a number one contenders match, and you just handing this out? Come on. Give him.
I mean,
that's fine. I'll take it. You can't take my crown, son. I'm keeping my AEW crown. And
he may not be the only one coming for your AEW crown. Me and him may not be the only two. So stay tuned.
Hold on, you gotta get with the king first before you add more people.
I'm sorry. You've watched WWE, right? Just because you're champion, you don't make the matches. The GM makes the matches.
Yeah, I'm also GM too. Let's start making matches.
Maybe you do. Everyone come. Yeah. That's what they're doing over on Kicking Out at 2 here. As soon as you're done here watching us, make sure you go check them out. They're going to be playing some WWE 2K GM mode over on their Twitch account, Kicking Out at 2. Appreciate you guys coming in and joining us. Moving on to Monday Night Raw. You see it up there. He's still got that crown. A big episode. We learned the Money in the Bank, the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring tournaments kick off. We have our first two contestants who have moved on to the quarterfinals. You see it up there in the top right. Roxanne Perez wins her four-way down there on the bottom left. Sami Zayn wins his four-way. They are on to the quarterfinals of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament, which will conclude in Saudi Arabia. What are your thoughts? Do you think those were the right two winners? And what do you think of those two matches?
All right. Like I said, I don't know how you go from making them look really good on Saturday to looking like a little bitch on Monday. All right. He did not look good at all in this fatal four-way match. And he ate the pin, you know. Sammy got him, you know what I'm saying? So, but whatever on that. I figured he was going to win. This going to Saudi Arabia. I don't know if he's going to go all the way. Doesn't he have problems in Saudi?
Who's that? I'm sorry.
Did he get his problems resolved in Saudi or no?
Who did? Who had problems?
I thought Sammy had problems over there.
Well, I mean, he used to have an issue with them, but they're past that. He's been there a couple times now.
Okay.
I love him there.
But Roxy, though, that was the right decision, big time.
That one was a little more surprising because who else was in that match?
Liv. And,
I mean, you had Liv, Rhea, and Kairi Sane in that match.
Yeah.
For Roxy to go over, I mean, I liked it. I liked the decision, but it's still surprising when you have two of the biggest names on that roster and then Kairi, who's just now coming back from an injury.
I like the way they did it.
I was a little surprised. No, I mean, it was a good match. I liked it. It was still a little surprising.
Yeah, well, no, I still think the way they're pushing her, the way they're booking her and stuff, they're booking her like she's a strong contender for a championship here real soon. And I like what they're doing with her. AJ Styles versus Chad Gable, give that to me a million times over. I'll take that all day and a side of fries. All right. Yes, they did. Yeah, you're right. Yes. You're right. You're right about that.
I love how he calls them the Seth Riders.
Yeah, I like that.
That may be my favorite thing.
Yeah. But Gunther beaten, like I said, I think Jay's hurt. I think Jay's hurt. He looked like he was gasping for air.
I just think it was time for him to lose. I said the past week or so, I'm done with Jey Uso as champion. The experiment has failed. He doesn't need to be a champion. They
kept the title on LA Knight, and the experiment wasn't that great either. And we've been calling for it for a long time.
Don't say that too loud. You're going to get people coming at us because you said something bad about LA Knight. Because God forbid that.
Listen. He's not from Los Angeles, folks. He's from Hagerstown, Maryland. Okay, L.A. fake is what he is. He's from Hagerstown, off of 81. Interstate.
It doesn't roll off the tongue as much though.
Okay, here's Interstate 81. Woo! Okay, that's in Maryland. Maryland's on the East Coast. Okay, L.A. all the way over on the West Coast. Okay. I
like how this is the time that you point out that the person is not from where we say they're from. I mean,
I did this on Twitter and people were like, "Who cares?"
I mean, it's wrestling, dude. I don't think anybody is billed. I will say there's one wrestler, which we'll get to when we talk NXT, that I know is billed from where they're from because I know people that know that wrestler and they are from there. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
We'll get to that later. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Stampede. It didn't work. I mean, it just didn't.
Yeah, I don't like that entrance in the first place. That's like, why would he got to get an encore every week? Can I do it again? Can I do it again? No. Okay? We only liked your daddy doing
I get that part. I get it doing that part because the crowd loved it. He was over with the crowd.
We can't always give the crowd what they want, all right?
Well, that's why Gunther has the belt now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, that was really it on Raw, though, man. I mean, not a huge episode of Raw.
There's one more slide.
No, you're right. You're right. My bad.
Yeah, I did the whole promos by itself because they were actually interesting in its own right. Like, why? First off, we got the Divas era coming back with Liv versus Nikki Bella. And rumors are going around that the Bella twins are coming back. So Liv just cost them the tag team titles. All right. And then Bayley returns and beats down Becky. And then we get an old school promo, but different, like CM Punk's not a heel. Cena's the heel. And CM Punk's
depends on who you ask on that one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I mean, it was good. And then Ron Killings came out and said, "R-Truth has set me free because the truth will be, he's the truth, nothing but the truth," and everything. And then he cut his hair.
He did. He cut his hair and went off. Somebody asked him, he was on like Busted Open Radio, and they tried to tell him why he cut his hair, and he went off.
Yeah.
Oh, you're telling me why I cut my hair?
Well, no,
I loved it.
This is this is the truth that. Okay, you guys remember when Miz and Truth were a tag team, the Miz Truth, whatever it was called, and they were beating everybody. The Awesome Truth, that's what it was. And they slid into the Hell in a Cell, and they had that bitch lowered down. They beat up Cena. They beat up Punk. They beat up Del Rio, after their match and stuff like that. And then they got handcuffed and taken back, and Triple H beat their ass and everything right then and there. That was Hell in a Cell years back. That R-Truth right there was just a glimpse into what Ron Killings really is. Ron Killings is an OG, all right? This is an OG that we're talking about. A man that could literally be the NWA champion, a WWE champion, a WCW champion. It doesn't matter. A World Heavyweight champion. I said WCW. I'm thinking real big time. But still, Ron Killings is going to be a problem if they do it the right way, which I hope they do. Because him going mad scientist and cutting his hair and everything, that was beautiful. That was gold.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely interesting. I am excited to see what he does with this character.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I am afraid he's going to lose some of the steam with the audience because the WWE audience may not get it. Like the vast majority of them may not.
Yeah.
Because they want the funny truth. They want the goofy, and I don't know how the vast majority of the audience is going to connect it. And that's it says more about the audience than truth, than it does about Ron Killings.
Yeah,
because Ron Killings is going to be amazing.
Oh man, and he's always been a great in-ring performer. A lot of people don't realize that. Yeah, they
Yeah.
just see the goofy side and what is he gonna do?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
bad.
what you're talking
That was
about the one in
bad.
Flushing? That was in New York, I thought. I thought that was the Mets. She did that with. She definitely did worse than 50 Cent. In
Yeah,
my
it was in New York. I think they're up there in New York because she had like a Mets jersey on.
Yeah, I thought they were in Flushing.
So
Queens.
yeah, it was definitely bad. Very, very bad. She needs to stick to wrestling.
Yeah, or go back to Minnesota and do that. That's where it's acceptable to throw 400 feet above the strike zone. It's in Minnesota or in Colorado.
But, I loved the Bailey return. I
Yeah.
like how they let Lyra come out before the Bailey return because it keeps Lyra kind of still involved in this feud.
Yes.
I really love that part of it instead of Bailey just coming out as soon as Becky got in the ring.
Yes.
So great job there. I enjoyed the CM Punk John Cena promo. Stampede's already mentioned it. CM Punk going to Saudi. I know he said some things.
That's the thing. Like I get it. A lot of people will say shit.
He's not the only person that will be going to Saudi this time who has said really crappy things about Saudi.
Exactly.
Whether they're right or wrong. So I'm not going to pile on CM Punk when I haven't said anything about the other wrestlers. It is what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
I like how they've made it into part of the storyline though.
Yes.
Where John Cena says, if you want this, you have to come get it there. So I'm glad that they have kind of done that. Now I'm hoping John Cena leans in on that with some of the promos they do with each other and actually brings that up. So that would make it interesting, kind of the reality part of these stories that we're getting, as you got in the Liv Morgan and Nikki Bella promo, or the Liv Morgan promo, not really Nikki Bella part of that.
It was more like Becky Lynch in that kind of promo where she was spouting out BS. Like she didn't face her ass in 2014 and everything. Yeah, like come on. Yeah. But did you see Lyra's face when Becky came back? Like she was confused. She was very confused. Like, what the fuck are you doing back this soon? So it leads to tell me that there's something going on with that one too.
Okay.
Oh, they're all raging hypocrites.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying he's not the only one. So if we're not going to pile on everybody else, then
I can give you a few of them right now, but I'm not going to do that.
We talked about one of them a minute ago.
We did actually.
That everybody's loving it. Yep. So I'm just saying. So I'll leave that at that. Yeah, I'm not excited to see Nikki Bella, Brie Bella. I'm not excited to see any Bella.
No.
In WWE right now. I get it. It's Evolution. I would be okay if they came back for like an Evolution Battle Royal as to showcase some of the past wrestlers. I'd be okay with that. I don't want to see them in a tag team. I mean, granted, the women's tag team hasn't really been showcased much anyway. So I guess you're not necessarily taking a huge spot. There are not really any tag teams on the women's side right now, except for maybe the Secret Service. So maybe you're taking that spot away from them and that's it. But they're going to get TV time anyway with Chelsea Green and doing all the stuff they're doing out with the U.S. title. So I guess I say I don't mind it. I'm not excited about it at all though. It is what it is.
Anytime you see a Bella on the screen, I just immediately go to Total Divas.
So does everybody else.
I don't want them on Evolution. This is not Evolution. When you show, what do you? Hold on 1 second. What do you want? You're gonna. I know you're gonna bark. What? What?
Everyone say hello to Odin. All right. So we will move on to NXT. That's Odin saying he doesn't want to talk about Raw anymore. That's what Odin said. For anybody in the crowd who doesn't understand Odin.
Yeah. Odin,
we will move on to NXT. You do see that beautiful Murder Penguin up there with the NXT title.
It is nice.
And again, I'll let you go first because you said you didn't really like this episode of NXT. I thought it was pretty good, so I'll let you go first.
I didn't like the Ricky Starks stuff. I didn't like I called him Starks, didn't I? Ricky Saints. I almost messed that up down there.
Look, at least you're consistent. You call AEW people by their WWE name. Now you're calling WWE people by their AEW name. So at least you're consistent on both sides. So that's why we love you.
I'm screwed. But I almost put Starks down there at the bottom where it says Saints returns. Look, Everything else was good about this. Slash Legend looked amazing. Okay, she looked.
They
gold.
did for a little bit. Hold on, Carol. They did for a minute. They were calling themselves the Garcia twins.
Yes, they did. But they Last Legend looked amazing. With all the women that left, they brought in the right Chica to start the next era of the women's roster, the women's division. Okay, and
Are
then
you talking about Blake
Lash.
Monroe?
Talking about
All right.
Lash.
Sorry.
And then what was that one girl's name that challenged JCJ the way she did with
That would be Lainey Reed, who
that Lainey
is the
Reed,
one I was
that's-
talking about. That is actually they build her from the right place where she is. She is from Gadsden, Alabama.
Yes.
So nice on her. And I'll always shout out a hometown girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And then the Colin got a
He is-
W.
they did because they got rid of their dead weight.
Yep. Big time. And
Which,
then
sorry to say, Carol, they got rid of Brooks Jensen, so that's I know that hurts Carol. She's a fan of his. She knows his family, so
he'll go back to Briggs.
I mean, you had something for Blake Monroe on there.
But the match, the main event, and Oba survived.
I mean,
he just survived. That is the first time we can honestly say someone took Oba to his limit and then pushed Oba's limit.
since he's become champion, yes.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yes.
Yeah, since he's become NXT champion, yes. Jasper Troy has created the first physical threat.
Yep. I was going to say that. Yep.
To Obafemi.
Yep.
Now, and hopefully he learns how to kick out when he's supposed to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because that was weird.
But I mean, again, we're looking at AAA if we're doing it WWE standards, Jasper,
he definitely did.
But that's what I'm saying. This is the first time we can honestly say, and I think Brooks is going to go back with Briggs, but
I think he will too. And he needs to. They need to be back together.
They would be a great tag team champions together. But since he became NXT champion, Obafemi, Jasper is the only man that we could say, besides Tony D, who took the North American Championship away from Oba.
With help from the family.
Yes, I was there when that happened. You're right. With help from the family.
Jasper Troy didn't need help.
No, Jasper looks like the only man that could beat him one-on-one in the ring. Yep. I hate to say it because I like Oba.
Which he's not. He's not going to beat him. Don't put that out there.
Don't put that juju on me.
Don't put that out there. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a decent episode. I enjoyed seeing Lainey Reed get her shot again, fellow Alabama girl.
Yeah.
Like you said, Lash, and anytime I get to see Ren wrestle, that's always good. I'm a huge Ren Sinclair
Lash.
fan.
You know me.
So anytime I get to see them,
Atlanta.
I do. I got to see the culling win, which I've been begging for weeks.
You have.
So I mean, it wasn't bad.
The only thing that sucked was Ricky Starks. Damn it, Saints. Ricky Saints. And in my head, I'm saying Saints too. Saints. Okay,
so yeah, there's no other NXT. So here's the thing. I also did not like the vignette when I first watched it. It was then pointed out to me what the vignette was, and I'm less upset about it, or I feel less about it than I did. We'll put it that way. I'm not going to say I'm happy about it. I get that she wanted to do like almost a shot for shot to Sabrina Carpenter, huge pop star. I get that. As long as this isn't the character going forward and she gets to actually go in and be something, then that's fine. If they make this her character, then I'll jump back on the train with you guys and go from there. But right now I'm going to pause. Hopefully they don't. Oh, trust me, I was on the train when I saw it. I was driving the train that first night because I said specifically I don't mind the name Blake Monroe, and now that I've figured out why they're calling her Blake Monroe, I'm 100% behind it. I figured out why the name change happened.
I'm sorry, still gonna be Mariah May.
You can call it whatever you want to, but I mean, when she's trying to do a tribute to her niece through the name, I'm going to let her have the name.
I get that, and I like it. I like it. Yeah. No, the one thing I found out that she had Chick-fil-A before she even started the promo, which is great. Listen, that was great. But I look, the Blake Monroe, that's cool and all. I love her name, Mariah May, but I didn't know that was for her niece. A little tribute to her niece. That's dope. I I just didn't care for this stuff right now. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
it just
I'm not huge on the vignette, but as long as they pivot off of that, and that was just a one time thing to try to make an introduction
yeah,
to play off of the popularity that Sabrina Carpenter has right now, because
yes,
she's right now, since Taylor Swift's not doing anything, she's the biggest pop star on the planet.
yeah.
Let's just call it like it is. But now she
I
needs
don't
to
even
be
know
in the
who
ring,
she
and
is.
she needs to wrestle. You don't know who Sabrina Carpenter is?
Man, no, I don't.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
listen to it.
I like Sabrina Carpenter. She's actually really good.
I don't
I
even
enjoy
like
her
Taylor
music.
Swift.
I'm that's a whole nother story. I'm not real big on her. Anyway, we will move on to AEW. And I mean, Summer Blockbuster. It lived up to its name.
It did. Oh man. Like, see, cool. I'm not the only one. She don't know who she is either.
I'm sure if you heard one of her songs, you'd hear it and you'd go, "Oh, that's who that is." It's one of those because everybody's playing her songs. If
Hey,
you've turned on a
Tail.
radio, you've probably asked her after
Taylor.
the show.
I don't even know. Who
Go ahead, then I'll let you kick off. I mean, I don't know where to start. A lot happened.
Singer.
Oh, she knows who she is. Okay, first off, we had the Death Riders attack. Hold on, you stay here. Had the Death Riders attack in Dynamite Disc Slap, attack Hangman Page. They really just ambushed the crap out of this man.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I was looking for pictures and everything. I couldn't find a lot of pictures because you know how AEW is. But Mystico, I know I just said his name wrong. Just returned, and then MJF hit him with a Sin Cara fucking reference. Oh, it was great. What's up, Odin?
That opening match, though, I mean, I know you kind of mentioned it. I don't want to slide over it too much. That opening match, Swerve and Osprey. Holy crap, dude!
Yes.
What a match! And the Young Bucks, they may have killed Will Osprey.
They may have killed. Yes, I was thinking that. But listen, I saw someone that said, "Give me Osprey, give me Swerve," and taking on at All In, taking on the Young Bucks with Prince Nadia in Swerve's corner, of course. But I would love to see that. You shut up and take my damn money on that one, right?
Oh hell yeah!
Shut up.
I mean,
But
that looks like where it's going. I mean, if they didn't set that match up there, then there's no reason to even do that. You've got to be setting that up.
Night? Where were they last night? That was the time.
I don't know. I don't know where they were then. No, they were in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, Oregon.
They were in Portland. They were in Swerve's hometown.
I'm pretty sure Okada's wanted in Oregon right now for murder or attempted murder. All right, because Kenny Omega may be the cleaner. He may be a god of wrestling and everything, but Jesus Christmas, he was spraying blood. Okay, just like a fountain coming out of there. Oh man.
Yeah, that was a thick blood packet because that couldn't have been real blood.
No, oh my god, man, that was look. I couldn't fit everything from AEW that happened onto the show, onto this, but yeah, it was a great show. It really was.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole Death Riders thing at the end, that was really cool. Like you mentioned, the Hurt Syndicate with MJF coming out. He's going to bring out Mr. America, the gimmick he had again for Grand Slam Mexico. That's going to be very entertaining. I'm not sure how I feel about Okada jumping in with the Callis family right there. I mean, he could have attacked Omega without having Don Callis family involved, but I mean, it is what it is at this point. I guess it does a little different angle to it, maybe.
Don Callis used to be like a father figure to Kenny Omega, like being the manager. He was the man that Kenny Omega relied on, and for Don Callis, to come up and be like, hey, kick his ass, to the point where he can't move. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did unmask him in that match.
He didn't unmask Mystico though. I thought he unmasked the other guy.
Yeah, it was the other guy. He did do an unmasking.
Yeah, I can't remember the other guy's name. Stampede, let me know who the other.
As long as the other
person was in the match.
We're good.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get nuclear heat in Arena Mexico. I mean, bringing the USA gimmick into it now with everything else going on, it's going to be crazy.
I love how the Stars and Stripes has Maxwell Jacob Freeman's face. Or I'm sorry, the CEO from Chairshot Sports face all over the stars and bars, man. Boom. You got the CEO John Anthony's face all over it.
And I get that, Stampede. I get why he's doing it. I don't know. Don Callis has got his fingers in everything else. We got to have a few things that his fingers aren't in other than the Death Riders. And this was a match that I don't think that he was really needed in there. But hey, I get it. It plays a lot of mind games with Omega because of everything that he's done.
Yep.
And I do agree. It'll give somebody else a chance to do promo work for Okada in America. So I mean, it'll be a chance to say something other than just bitch every now and then. Especially since the Young Bucks are going to be preoccupied.
Yeah, but do you think? And this is just something I came up with in my head. Something tells me that Swerve is in cahoots with Will Ospreay, that they're arguing right now, that they're going to cost Hangman just to get Will to win back in the O2 when they hit the O2 in England.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know that they're going to go that far with it. I think if anything, Swerve ends up helping Hangman. That's why they're playing into that so much.
I feel that.
There's also a wild card when Okada was first in the ring together.
Yep.
It was Jack Perry that took him out of. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's true. That is 100% true. And there's rumors that Jack Perry's on his way back.
I mean, he's needed. He's been missed.
Yeah, he has been missed. I like Jack Perry. You guys are gonna be like, "Whoa, what?" No, I do.
I enjoyed the scapegoat character a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I like this TNT title as well. Sorry.
Not pictured. Is there another AEW slide? Nope.
No.
Not pictured. You did have the women's tag match. Anna Jay and Tay Mello getting the win over Megan Bain and Penelope Ford in a really good match. That was really good. Obviously, you had the Tony Storm and
Mercedes Moné.
No, who was the match again?
Oh, it wasn't Mercedes. Shoot, she came out afterwards. That's what it was.
Well, she was on commentary. For some reason, I'm blanking on who the match with Tony Storm was with. Because Mercedes was on commentary, and then she got in the ring afterwards, and that's where they had their...
That's right. Yeah.
Fuck,
I can't think of who she was fighting now.
I can see it in my head, but the name's just gone. I want to keep saying Anna Jay. Julia Hart, yeah, because I kept wanting to say Anna Jay. Julia Hart, yes.
That's who it was.
Thank you, Isaiah. Yes, thank you. It was Julia. Yeah, I mean, Tay Mello looked really good. I'm glad she got a match back in before that. I forget which promotion you said it was with, but just great to knock the ring rust off somewhere there. So now when you're on the big stage there at Summer Blockbuster, she looks amazing. You could just tell she was happy to be back. I'm sure she's enjoyed being a mom, but she's loved being a professional wrestler her whole life. You could just tell she was happy to be back out there and doing what she loves.
Yeah.
And it was in Stardom. Thank you, Stampede. And I mean, anytime you get that where it just comes through the screen how much the person's loves what they do, because not every performer gives you that. Let's be honest. But you could see it all over her face. You could see that her and Anna are truly friends. They were happy for each other. She was happy for her to be back. Just a great match. Give me more of that. So anything else we missed? Not that I can think of. I'm sure other stuff happened.
I know Takesha was in a match, wasn't he?
Yeah, there was like a 6-man that was in the was it the main event with the Paragon or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah, I just remember seeing Takesha on my screen. I was like, "Thank you."
I haven't had a chance. I haven't gotten behind Paragon yet. I know it's the same thing as it was Undisputed Era and NXT, all that good stuff. Listen, because they had the collision after that, an 8-man tag. That's what it was.
Okay. I was just happy to see Takesha on my damn screen.
Yes, I agree.
That's my favorite. He is number one in my book. Sorry. I know a lot of people won't agree with me, but to me, he's the best wrestler in the world.
Never apologize for giving your opinion. That's what we're here for. We all have our opinions. And one more comment from Stampede before we go here. The Bucks, Hangman meeting outside of Osprey's dressing room.
Hot
Yeah.
Tickins, yeah.
Yeah.
Hot Tickins.
Not sure. You were very entertaining, Randy. If you haven't checked out, go check him out on Wednesday nights. You were very entertaining at what you do. Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. So that's all. Why do we have? Oh, okay.
I messed up.
Never mind.
Yeah, I
No,
messed
you're good.
up.
I just now I looked over to see. I was like, wait a minute. I thought we already did Money in the Bank.
That's why I'm laughing, because I looked down and I was like, damn it.
I just noticed it too. I mean, I didn't notice it before now. We will move on to our Twitter post of the week. It has been rumored that Seth Rollins is getting a new theme song, one of the most popular theme songs in the WWE right now. Everybody sings this song. But in your opinion, and guys, let us know in the comments, is it time for a new theme song for Seth Rollins?
Yes. Million times yes. Get it out of here. Man, who the... Listen,
just because you don't like it?
No. I don't go to damn WWE events to hear tone-deaf people go, whoa, meow, 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 the whole time. It's nice, okay? But
I don't think that's exactly what they do.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I don't think they sound like cats.
We got the
They should do that for Natty's entrance since she loves cats.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That'd be hilarious.
Meow, meow. That'd be awesome. All right. I got you guys. All right. Hit me up. I got you, WWE. I'll do the meow for you. But no, I give him. Change the music. Heel Rollins needs something better. You don't need no damn we. No, okay, he's not a conductor anymore. He's not no damn look at me. You guys can do this. You can look, yeah. Who cares?
Yeah, so this is why I think it's yes. Not that I don't care to hear people singing, because it is what it is. You enjoy it, you enjoy it. But they need to change it because they enjoy it so much.
It's tone deaf.
People shouldn't be cheering and ringing and singing for your biggest heel in your company right now. Or second biggest behind John Cena, I guess. So, but I 100% think that they do need to do a new theme. And there's a lot of people they need to do new themes for.
Yes.
So he's not the only one, but in a story capacity, he does need a new theme. So everybody's not singing this song. Let him be the bad guy. And that way, whenever he turns face again, he can bring that song back. And then everybody's going to sing it even louder than before, even more off key and off tune than everyone before. Stampede's going to hate it even more. And I will have the biggest smile on my face because I know when Stampede is watching it and hating every second of it.
That'd be me. Like this. No yeet.
Which moves us on.
It's a preemptive no yeet.
Oh, just wait till they get to where they can become a tag team again, and you've got two people coming down yeeting.
You know that gif where Roman Reigns turns the TV off?
There you go. No yeet.
No yeet. Yeah, it just...
Yeah, I mean that's Wrestling 101. 100% right, Stampede. It's why John Cena doesn't come out to the bright colors and stuff like that anymore. It's why all of that changed. I almost expected them to give him a new theme where it was just like really slow, boring music. We got what we got, but that's why he comes out to the Blacktron now with just John Cena there. So you don't get all the fruity pebble colors anymore, which is what everybody loved. Which moves us on to our run-in matchmaker, which we are doing some very special run-in matchmakers with the helps of our friends over at Kicking At It 2, Michael and Tori. We are celebrating Pride Month this month with our Kicking At It 2 by honoring people who are part of the LGBTQ community is what I meant to say. So we will try to highlight some of those wrestlers in our matchmaker. This week's we have a few that are in the news together.
Yeah.
Shotzi and Nixie XS have actually had some back and forth about wrestling each other. So that's always pretty cool. So we wanted to include them. This is actually my creation because it has one of my favorite wrestlers in Nixon Newell. It also has Indy Hartwell. Those are the four you have there. But I'll let you go first, Bed. Who do you have in this match?
Oh, man. All right. Look, this one was tough, but I got my girl, Indy Hartwell, because I think out of all of them, and I love your girl, Tegan. I was watching some stuff with XS.
Nixon.
What did I say?
You said Tegan, which was her WWE name. That's fair.
My bad.
It's
I
Nixon.
just saw WWE. That was my fault. Shotzi, love her too. But out of everyone,
The new indie god. You talking about that? You talking about that, Shotzi?
Oh, that man, she is pissing off Matt Cardona with that stuff. I love it. I was like, get her.
That
Get
match
her.
is going to be great, though.
It is. No, I just looked down. But no, I got Indy winning this. I think all around she's a better wrestler out of all three. No offense to your girl, but that's my pick is Indy because she long legs, long arms, and strong as hell. And she learned from Dexter Loomis. All right. I'm pretty sure she can crawl on her fist like he can. Yeah.
I'm sure she can. And look, I did this to myself again. I'm the one that created this one, and I've done this to myself. As much as I am a huge Nixon Newell fan, you know what? I can't do it. I'm going to pick Nixon Newell. I was going to go another way. I can't do it. I just can't. Look, for anybody who doesn't know how much of a badass she is, go back and look up an old promotion called WCPW.
Yes.
Look up Nixon Newell and B Priestley.
Yeah, actually, it was
an incredible match. It was very hard hitting, very hardcore match. Yep. They were killing it. All four of these women are incredible professional wrestlers. If you have not seen them, go check them out. I know Shotzi's got a match coming up in GCW. Indy is now signed with TNA. Tegan is working on getting bookings. Nixie XS has been pretty much everywhere. I know she's got a bunch of matches. You've seen, I mean, she was on WrestleMania weekend at least 3 times on WWE TV that I saw.
Yep. Yeah,
at least 3.
Like the ID series.
Well, she played a trainer. She was doing a lot of backstage work. She was one of the trainers that were with Bailey. She was up on the ramp where they had all the crowd on the stage when they did, I think it was a Slim Jim promotion or something like that. She was one of the extras they put in right there. Then she played a trainer again, I think on Monday Night Raw. So she was on WWE TV 3 times that week playing an extra. I mean, she's got it.
Yeah.
She's everywhere on social media. She's all over social media. She's got an incredible social media game. She's great in the ring. Very future up and coming wrestler. We've obviously seen the other 3 in WWE before, in the ring in WWE. So a whole lot going through there. Back in college days, I was too, man. I mean, when we look back at it, I was Team Nitro for a long time, and there was one specific moment I could name it. I've named it before on the show. It was when Mick Foley won the championship in WWE or WWF at the time. I was actually watching Monday Night Nitro that night. They said at the beginning of the night that Mick Foley was going to win the championship on WWE because it was taped at the time.
Yep.
I turned over to WWE or WWF, saw Mick Foley win that, and then I was WWE the entire time.
I've been on plenty of times saying that. I went to a WCW event, Monday Night Nitro, when Goldberg versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan back in the Georgia Dome. So I love WCW. It was the first wrestling event I ever got to see. Big promotion. I got to see that before WWF, WWE. But no, I am a big fan of I was a big fan of WCW, and that's what killed him. But Shotzi got a match coming up. What? Shotzi 5th of July.
With Giselle Shaw. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I want to see Matt Cardona versus her, man. Come on. Give it.
Oh, we're going to see it. They've already announced it. I don't remember the day, but they've already announced it. That it's coming. But it's really funny how they've worked, and obviously we've seen them go back and forth. Where the indie god, and all that kind of stuff, the Deathmatch King, which Matt Cardona has also claimed himself, although he said he is not the Deathmatch King anymore. So he has given up that one. Let's see. Randy said that was electric. So cool. Carol was Team American Males.
Fair enough.
So let us know in the comments too. Like I said, Michael and Tori are going to be helping us out with some other people in the LGBTQ community as well. I don't know why we keep saying company. We're talking
That's
wrestling. I keep
funny.
wanting to call it a company.
I love it. I love how
Um,
you keep calling it company though. It's like,
I don't know. It's
oh
weird.
man, it's funny. It's not like trying to be in a bad way or anything. No, let's
No,
get that out of the
not
way.
at all.
But it's funny. It's 10:30 at night on the East Coast, and my brain is already slipping, folks.
Let's see.
Oh, we got final word, and that's me.
Yeah, I'm trying
Word
to
up.
see because we were supposed to have a special guest at some point, and he has not made his way here. I thought he'd been here by now, so I'm trying to.
Is he at work? He says he works Thursdays.
Yeah, but he should have been home by now. He said he was going
Ah.
to come in. He said he'd been home by like 10, maybe 10:30 at the latest, and it's 10:30 now. So that's why.
He also lives up there in like Boston, right? Area,
Yeah, I'm trying to
Massachusetts.
see.
Them damn massholes. Hi, Massachusetts. I'm Sped. Okay. And I like the color purple. All right. And yellow. Look at that yellow. You see that? Purple and yellow.
And how much is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a different. It's a completely different era than when we grew up watching wrestling. It's amazing to
Yes.
see the women get out there and have different stories, have different personalities. It's not all bra and panty matches and stuff like that anymore,
Mud
or mud
wrestling.
wrestling matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we got the same thing.
Yeah. No, you know, my daughter is 3 tomorrow, or here in a couple hours. My daughter turns 3, right? And she is a huge fan of Naomi, right? And if this was
Heck
back
yeah.
in the day, she would not be a fan of any wrestling at all because I wouldn't be showing her whatsoever. You know?
Yeah,
Not until she
exactly.
turns a certain age, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, as much as we all loved, a lot of the
That's where
stuff
it's
that
at.
happened back then, but I mean,
Where's that one
it's
at?
completely different.
Where's that one at? Because I might go to that. Listen, I might buy you tickets to go to that too. I want to go to
Buy who
that. If
tickets?
that's in New Jersey, I'm going.
Yeah, look at that!
Stampede.
Everybody saying happy birthday to
Oh,
your
thank you.
daughter. There you go.
Yeah, I got Irish twins. They're 2 for 6. They're the same age for 6 days, and then the older one gets the upper age. But yeah, the younger one's evil, man. They're evil.
We've
I
got
love
New Japan Pro Wrestling Dominion coming up this
Wait, where's
weekend.
that? Damn it! I gotta watch that. I got a VPN now. I'm about to start watching that stuff.
Oh, do you? That's awesome.
Yeah, so if you need it, let me know. I'll give you the username and password for that.
Okay. Now that you've said it on YouTube, it's fine.
Hey, nah, listen, try it. Try it.
Yeah, but if they come to my house, you don't do any good if they come to my house.
No. They try to hack my shit. They got another thing coming. I'm telling you, I got too many smart ass friends that know how to do this stuff. Why do you think I'm learning how to do animation so fast?
So that GCW is in Dallas.
Yo, I might be driving down
Neither
to
one of
Alabama.
us will be going.
Fuck that. I might be going to Alabama.
For what?
Picking you
What
up.
does that have to
and
do with GCW?
Driving all the way out to GCW to go see to Dallas to go see GCW.
Are you going to call my boss and tell him I'm not going to be at work the next day too?
I will tell your boss that you're sick. And he'd be like, "What happened?" I'd be like, "Kicked him in the nuts really hard and he puked everywhere." Right?
Because the 15th is a Sunday. I'd have to be back by Monday morning.
All right, you won't be back Tuesday. You won't be back Monday morning.
Yeah, you can always go stay with Raj. He lives out there in Dallas.
Yeah, just hit up Raj. I got a friend that lives out there in Alabama, but he lives out near Mississippi border area. He lives out in the boonies, man. Like you go out 20 still, and he's out in the boonies out that way. That's real bing 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 area. Like really is. That's right.
You know what's funny? Everybody makes fun of Alabama by doing that, but that didn't take place in Alabama.
No, that took place in West Virginia. I got blisters on my fingers.
Yeah,
no.
Everybody gets it wrong. Alabama's not like that.
No, Alabama just got Cyclops kids.
What?
You ever watch Harold and Kumar Escape Guantanamo Bay?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They got Cyclops kids. Oh, there's a kid up here.
We don't hear. we don't hear from him here in the next few minutes, we'll cut it.
Dominion is
So while we're waiting, for those who did not see it earlier, everyone meet our newest cast member, Juana the Iguana. Obviously, after watching Worlds Collide, I found out I was a huge fan of Mr. Iguana. And our friends over at Kicking At It 2 were kind enough to get a hold of him and have him create a name. So we will play that one more time while we're waiting on our guest to come in so you guys can see the name in real life.
Hey, Big Mike and Sped. This is Mr. Iguana and Ayeska. You had adopted that iguana for your show, right? You shouldn't call it Ayeska. How do you call it? You should call it Juana. Juana la iguana, marihuana. Póngase verde.
No yeet. No yeet. Saying it again. TC.
Yeah, Deliverance was filmed in Georgia.
That's true. Yeah, well, one of the exorcisms was filmed in Marietta. Next to the Big Chicken. If you're from Georgia and you know what a Big Chicken is, we need to be friends. All right? You know what the Big Chicken is? Oh, yeah. Everybody should know what a KFC Big Chicken is. It's in Marietta, Georgia. Motherfucker keeps doing this all day. All day until the bird poop makes it do this.
This might as well be another behind-the-scenes episode because real transparency, guys. We really don't have a whole lot of wrestling to talk about anymore. We are waiting on a special guest that's supposed to join us to make an announcement. He is apparently running a little late. So we are just kind of hanging out. If anything you guys want to talk about in wrestling, throw it out in the comments and we'll talk about it. Anything you want to know, any questions you guys want to ask, anything at all. Throw it out there. We'll talk about it. We'll get everybody else's opinions on it. Wrestlers, Randy, what other wrestlers do your daughters like? I know you said that they're a big fan. Carol is team FTR. We all love FTR. She's a huge FTR fan.
Pretty much all.
So here we go. Question while we wait for John. With AEW unifying the Continental International titles, that leaves an open space. Do the women's tag titles take a spot? I mean, it should.
They got
I think they would do them a lot better than WWE is doing it right now.
Yep.
So I don't know that I want people to add titles in, though. I mean, as much as I would love to see that, I don't know.
Well, I mean, they just got to get rid of the Ring of Honor stuff, and then they'd be fine. They'd be 100% fine.
Well, or just leave the Ring of Honor stuff on Ring of Honor.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Don't get rid of it because you still want it in Ring of Honor. Just leave it in Ring of Honor.
I don't know, man. Ring of Honor doesn't feel like Ring of Honor anymore.
Randy says, fill me in on Evolution. Asked Rouse if she was interested in going. So they did one, what was it, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that?
7 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was born out of the women being frustrated. One, that, at the time when they were going to Saudi Arabia, they weren't allowed to wrestle. So WWE, when they did its first show over there, the women weren't even allowed to go. So they, and then there were some other things that had kind of gone. I don't remember the details of every single one of them. Where we again, kind of the same thing with Ron Killings. Now it was really the internet that blew up. Give divas a chance, and blew up women's wrestling to the point where they said, "Okay, it's time. We need to have an all women's pay-per-view at the time or PLE." And it was really good. I mean, they had all women's matches. They had some of the past, some of the present. Just a really good show. They are redoing it again, and I'm excited to see it. I'm hoping we see a lot of really good matches. We know the NXT title is going to be on the line. JC Jane against one of the 4 competitors that's going to be named next week. They have 4 women's matches coming up on NXT it's either next week or over the next 2 weeks, where we will get to see those 4 women will go into a fatal 4-way match, and then that person will take on JC Jane, which obviously Stampede. Sped wants it to be Lash Legend.
Lash, it's her home. It's her home. Hey, she goes home to Atlanta, and she wins the title. And what are they going to do? What do you think they're going to do with White 6? Tag titles mid-card all day.
Yeah, and back to your point, Sammy, they have been forming a lot of tag teams. TJ coming back. You've got Megan and Penelope. You had Anna and Harley for a minute, but now Harley's taking some time off. Julia was with Sky Blue recently, so they've got a tag team. So I mean, there's a lot of women that could be doing that. Let's see. They have a chance to do something really special and progressive with Evolution. They could also go the direction of a lot of nostalgia and bring in legends. So I mean, and there's a way to do both. I said it last week. I'm okay with them doing. I said it earlier tonight. If they can do like a battle royal with have legends and things like that, I'm all for it. I don't want them in a bunch of title matches, whether they win or lose. I don't want to see like Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus again. I don't want to see, Io Sky versus Gail Kim. As much as I would love to see Gail Kim, I want to see current storylines going on. I would love to see Gail Kim on the show. She could be in the Battle Royal with all the other legends that they bring in.
Or on the
but I want to see matches that matter.
Yes. And Bella Twins versus Judgment Day does not matter.
You're right. It does not. The Queen of the Ring is cool because they've just started doing it.
Yeah.
It's only been a couple of iterations old. They've had King of the Ring forever, obviously. It's what made Stone Cold as famous as he is, was a promo after his King of the Ring.
And that was supposed to be Triple H.
But I'm supposed to be. And he got punished. But yeah, I mean, it's that's going to be really cool too. I mean, definitely, if you have a chance to go to Evolution, I've thought about it because it's obviously over in Atlanta, and I'm only a couple hours away from Atlanta. But if you're in Atlanta and you have a chance to go and you really want to showcase some women's wrestling, obviously that's going to be the place because you have all the women in one place that are going to be on that show. So I would definitely take Riley and them to it if you could.
He's telling you he's got to go outside. He already did his thing. Yeah, he wants to go back out.
There you go. And then the Queen of the Ring. So that's interesting. Who do you have winning the King and Queen of the Ring?
Karrion Kross on the men's side.
He's not even in it yet.
Cross or nothing. I don't care if it's. I don't even give a damn about Sammy winning it. I don't care about that story whatsoever. Cross or nothing on the men's side. The women's side, that one's tough, man. You got Roxy. Get back to me when it hits the final three or the final four. Yeah.
We'll bring it up obviously because we're going to talk about it. We're going to predict it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Everyone was like Alexa. I don't see her winning. I don't see her winning it at all.
Stampede says Jade Cargill and LA Knight.
That's actually
fan favorites.
Jade Cargill, because if Jade wins, then Naomi can cash in on her. You know what I mean? If Jade wins the title,
yeah, no,
LA Knight does not deserve anything. He deserves a gimmick change. Okay, he deserves a gimmick change. All right, I'm tired of this LA Knight. Yeah, all right. This is almost as bad as 4 letters, 1 word. I can't do it. I can't say it.
LA Knight runs circles around.
Yes, he does.
Jey Uso in the ring.
Yes, but it's the same damn promo.
And on the mic.
Over again. It's like what Roman said years ago. It's like being a missionary over and over again. Like that's what you get with LA Knight. Just missionary position. That's it.
So Isaiah thinks the mystery opponent's going to be Roman Reigns.
That would be dope.
Everybody else in the comments, who do you think the mystery person is going to be next week on Raw on the Fatal 4-Way?
I don't know who's going to win off the women's side, but like I said, it's Cross or nothing for me, man. You got to give it to Cross at some point.
I mean, I agree. I would love to see it. I just don't know that it's going to happen.
No yeet.
They just have to stop the catchphrase.
She just said Mystery Iguana. I love that pick right there, Lady Alpha.
So does Sheamus. Did you not see the post he put on there? He actually made the graphic and put the iguana on there.
Yeah, I saw that. That crowd was hilarious. I love that.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for
It wouldn't
too.
shock me the way they've done it. I've heard a lot of people rumor that it's going to be Ilya, that he's returning. That's why they've left it blank, so they could have a surprise there, which is what Stampede just brought up as well. Oh, you retweeted Sheamus's. That's pretty cool. I think I did too. I'm not sure.
If you're like, let's talk for a second.
What do you want to talk about, Cody?
Cross is the only man that deserves this over. I don't care about Ilya coming back. I don't care about it. Look, the only other person I would accept is Keith Lee. Whoop, whoop. All right. That's the only other I say I would freaking accept. All right. Other than that, Cross.
You wouldn't accept if it's Ron Killings?
No, because he's about to get his shot at Cena anyway. Okay. Cross, or I've been watching Cross since Lucha Underground. And he's just been that guy that's consistently the number one dude. All right. It doesn't matter what he does. The guy can be number one. Look at him in NXT. That black and gold brand revolved around Cross. Okay. And you can do the same thing with the World Heavyweight Championship. You can get that to revolve around Cross again. The
and problem like is I don't know that Keith Lee, because Isaiah said he wouldn't mind. I would love it to be, but I still think he's under AW contract. He is. Who knows if he's healthy or not?
I don't know.
He's had a lot of health issues. I don't know. I hope he is, because Keith Lee's one of my favorites.
I love him. Love Keith Lee. When that last Survivor Series, where it was NXT versus WWE type of deal, and you got Roman Reigns versus freaking Keith Lee at the end. And he did the spirit bomb, boom, at the other. Oh, hold on. Go back to that. What was it? Yeah, Keith. That's all he was.
He's still under contract at AEW, which is what I thought.
No, it's not very high, but the thing is.
But again, if that's who you want it to be, then that's who you want it to be. Because we talked about it. You're allowed to have your opinion.
Well, no,
I would love it to be him. I just don't think it will be.
I'm just saying this though about the contract thing. He has leverage now. Think about it in this perspective. H listens to the internet, and that's evident by the killing stuff. Okay? The internet blows up enough, the internet gets their freaking way. And if he let Cross walk, think about what Khan could do with Cross. Okay? He could give Cross, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews, okay, to have his back. Think about that for a second. Buddy Matthews and Brody King backing Cross. Okay,
I agree.
It would be like what Malachi Black had with them, but it'd be better. All right, it'd be the Final Testament on steroids. All right, and that right there, AEW's hovering around 500-600K viewers. That's enough right there alone to hit them at 800 to 900,000, and then you push up, because then you got Omega doing his damn thing. People are already talking about Omega. You got Takesha, the number one wrestler in the world right now. You got Okada, who can still go in the ring sometimes. All right. They're getting rid of Jericho, and Jericho's ass is going back to WWE for one last run. So we all know those ratings. Those ratings from AEW are like this. And they went like this, and then they come back. They're going up. All right, and you people are all like, I don't know about AEW. All right, there's a reason why I watch it. Okay, but yeah, no, Khan and Cross together. Well, I get that. But who there was just wasted somebody. Let's say this. They went out and signed Sabre Jr., okay, from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Okay, let's say they took that money and signed, and I think he's still in the contract right now with New Japan, but this is hypothetical. Let's say they signed Sabre Jr., all right? His ass would be in NXT when he doesn't deserve to be in developmental, all right? He's one of those guys that can go from New Japan straight into the main event. Not in the main event, like mid-card scene. Easy in WWE. Hell, I mean, even He could be a main eventer. All right. But the R-Truth thing is they knew they screwed up. They screwed up. All right. Because he was an untouchable. He was the locker room leader. He was that leader that they needed in that locker room. When you got a bunch of your own workers, your own people, your own wrestlers, like, dude, no, you messed up. You messed up. And these people are pissed. You know, you got to listen, you know, and now it's working in Cross's favor like that too. Now look at all the attention Cross is getting on social media. He is pointing it out that they're listening, you know, on Main Event. They hear it. They have to hear it. All right. Road Dogg on Main Event commentating has to hear it. And he's got to go back there and tell Triple H, like, yo, this is Main Event. This is only like 3,000-4,000 people, and they're all chanting for Cross. You know? You get what I'm saying? Because everybody else is at the concession stand. Yeah, everybody's at the concession stand getting their food, getting ready for the show, for the Main Event. You know what I'm saying? So I get where Stampede's coming from, you know, but I don't want them. Why Kevin Knight? Kevin Knight could go anywhere, honestly, and do great things. Zack Sabre Jr., though, and NXT would have been a slap in the face to us wrestling fans, the ones that love wrestling, all right, the ones that go out on YouTube to make sure they could follow Saban Jr. or go watch Stardom on highlights or whatever, you know, like that's just a slap in the face, you know, and like a lot of the AEW guys that are coming over and going to NXT, I want a lot of them to stay in AEW because they don't deserve NXT. I love NXT. Don't get it twisted. But like if you brought Brody King, hypothetical again, if you brought Brody King to WWE, oh, easy. Right there, easy. If you brought Brody King in, though, to WWE, his ass is going to NXT just because he went from AEW to WWE, you know, and I hate that. I don't like the fact that they look at AEW as AA baseball, you know, like I said earlier, if we're going to put it in terms, I'm sorry, AAA, they're AAA. They're right there on the same level as NXT when they should be the Chicago White Sox of the MLB, just building a squad and losing a bunch of games. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But like, I don't know, man. I just feel like he's here? Yes.
Nope. No.
Oh.
No, he's I finish your point and then I'll let everybody know what's going on.
But yeah, no, I just feel like a lot of these guys, I understand where he was coming from with the R-Truth contract. Now it's big money back on the books when they were supposed to get it off the books to give it to someone else. I just don't want them to waste anyone else. You know, they're just wasting some people.
That's 100% true. But I did just hear from our special guest. Unfortunately, he had some stuff come up. He will not be able to be with us tonight. So stay tuned tomorrow night on the SmackDown Shakedown with me and John Anthony for that same special announcement tomorrow night. You know, sometimes life gets in the way. We love sitting here talking about wrestling. We love doing all this, but real life comes first, obviously. So shout out to John, the CEO of Chair Shot Sports Media Group, which we are a part of, obviously, as a show. And we'll get through one more comment from Stampede before we get into the final word with Sped. Those types of wrestlers like Sabre Jr. or Brody going to NXT isn't improving them, is to get them. Yeah, and that's true.
I get that. Yes, I do.
And to that point as well, and I heard somebody make this point the other day, it's also to get them to learn how the camera angles and things work in WWE because every company has different camera angles.
Yes.
Because somebody mentioned that the other day when they were working at NXT. I want to say may even be Chelsea Green, who was talking about when she came in. Obviously, she had worked with a hard cam. She had worked with other cameras before in other promotions. But the way WWE even does that different as a production is different. So even coming from somewhere like AEW, where their wrestling style and wrestling acumen is a lot of times above WWE,
yes,
they still have to get used to the production side of everything. And NXT is a good way to do that because they're teaching the production side there as well. So that's a good way to get that learning too.
They keep them there for way too long.
Some people they do.
Yes. It's like way too damn long, you know, and that's my problem though. That you can go ahead with the final word. I can just integrate with this. But I
got to do my thing before you do the final word.
Go ahead.
So we will move on to the final word. This is where, The cameras are another factor as well. Thank you, Stampede. I can't take credit for that. Like I said, Chelsea Green was talking about it on an interview she was doing the other day, so I can't take credit for being that smart. I'm smart enough to listen, so I guess there you go. I'm smart enough to know smart people, which is why I'm with Sped here every week, because he's smart people.
Yeah. My name's Sped.
But that's going to do it for me and Juana over here on this side of the run-in. You can catch me at @_Big Mike 27 on all socials. Obviously, look us up at the Run-In Wrestling Podcast. And I will actually promote Sped's Twitch because I am doing some stuff on Sped's Twitch as well, SB3DROCK. We mentioned Michael and Tori doing GM mode for WWE 2K25. I am also doing a lot of WWE 2K stuff, streaming over on Sped's Twitch channel, trying to get the following there as well. So make sure you follow him over there. Come check us out over on Sped's Twitch channel as well, as I'm playing different variations of WWE. I've done My Rise. I've done GM mode. I have done The Island. So we're working on trying to get that contract from Roman Reigns is there as well. But yeah, I will let you guys know. I'm going to work out a certain time each week. That way we have a schedule. Have not worked out exactly when now. So now it's kind of random. So I will definitely put it up on Twitter. Follow us on X at @_Big Mike 27 and SB3DRCK to see when I'm live playing WWE 2K25, which now gets us to the final word with Sped Rock.
I will be joining you here soon with that on there, and then we'll have some more stuff going on that. Thank you, Carol. Final word is, like usual, if you're a veteran or first responder, head over to VetTix. There's I know it's LGBTQ month, right? There's a lot of stuff on there for that community. Ticket wise, there's a whole section.
Company.
I love
if you're
it.
like me and can't get it right.
Thank you, Lady Alpha. Good night. There's a whole list of stuff for that. And football season is coming up in a couple of months, a few months actually. If you love football and you want to go watch it, there you go. There, that's what it is right there. If you're part of the community, right there. If you're part of the community and you want to get really cheap tickets, 4 tickets for under $20 to a lot of things: baseball, football, basketball, hockey, the big 4 for sure. Hell, even soccer, football. This is what you call it. AEW, we're all here for wrestling. Dynamite, Summer Blockbuster, all that stuff. The only thing I don't think they do is like All In and the big PLEs, stuff like that. So these guys do that. 4 tickets under $20. Life, do the ID me. So if you're a first responder or a veteran and you already done your ID me part, sync it up to VetTix with your ID me, and you can get 4 tickets to, let's say you want to go see the Bulldogs play in Athens, right? Here in September, October. You can go over there, use one of these, scan them, boom, boom. Helps the run in out by giving us coins so we can go watch stuff. But basically what happens is, say like, all right, you got Georgia versus Bama, just a regular season game. We're just throwing that out there, regular game. All right.
Which it will be this year.
You can get 4 tickets for $20 because you're a first responder or a veteran. All right. It's just simple stuff for us. Tell your family members, man. Tell everybody that if they're a veteran, first responder, doesn't matter. Tell them I get the ID me. Already sync it up. DD214 will be on the ID me. Your veterans card will be on there. Hell, mine's in my back pocket all the time. But yeah, you can easily do it. So
and just pull up this podcast. That's what obviously QR codes, Randy, you deal with them a lot. Just you can scan the QR code for it.
Yeah, it's real simple, real easy. There's a lot of times they do like lottery events where you can get 4 tickets for like $5. It's just cost you coins, but other than that, it's really cool. You can get concerts too. I saw up here in Pennsylvania, they're doing Lincoln Park, Papa Roach, and somebody else over here in Hershey. And I thought about getting the tickets to take my wife because she likes concerts, and I really don't care for concerts. Yeah. But yeah, that's me promoting that so you guys get something good out of it. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you guys. Have a great night.